Let's see. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, test, 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 test. Bruh. No. All right. Let me see. What we doing? What we doing? What we doing? Sparked up the stream. Streams online. Okay. Okay. Bow, bow, bow. Let me get this. Pop this out. Get YouTube chat in case we do get any chatter. All right. So yeah, like I said. Oh shoot! I didn't even see this. Trump deal with the Islamic Republic of Iran is now complete. Oh, Strait of Hormuz open. Wow, bullishness. Okay, no wonder we have open. No wonder we opened on such a huge gap, right? All right, well, see, with that in mind, we have Strait of Hormuz open, coming into the market, huge gap up. Um, I kind of don't want to be bearish, right? This is pretty bullish fundamentals. You know what I mean? We could just chop down. We might want to fill this before continuing higher, but for the most part, I'm looking for a buy above here. I'm looking for buys above here. We have a clean area, and then we have a lot of range before we get to that next area of liquidity, aka our daily resistance, or that 4-hour range. Right? So right here, it's just waiting. You know what I mean? Technically, this is a previous target, right? But maybe we want to retest into this area. Maybe we can capitalize on some buys from here. I don't want to just straight jump into anything. Only reason I say that is because we opened on such a huge gap. We opened on such a huge gap. So, yeah. So maybe we get a retest into something else. Get a pullback. We can take, technically, I could take a buy just above here, but I'm not sure how confident I am in that. So that's what it's looking like for gold. Silver, silver usually looks kind of the same. Silver looks amazing. I'm not gonna lie. Silver looks amazing. I transfer prop payout to your top brokerage account. Silver looks super simple. Buys above. I want buys above this resistance we created. Also opened on a huge gap. Usually silver is like an exaggerated version of gold, right? You'll notice that gold, it's just gold but like stretched out, and just each contract is way more. So that is that. That is that. So mainly looking for just pullbacks. I do prefer to trade. It says warning. Is my connection bad? Connector, content patient, coder. It says it's good. I'm not sure. All right, whatever. Let me put some music.
Get out my head and into the bed, girl. Cause you don't know, plotting out the fantasy. Hey, baby girl, and it's you are the key. Yo, because I then
Yeah, give it all to me. And you to give it all to me. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Just looking for pullbacks, buys above here. Even silver, I technically could take it if it closed above and broke the high. We do have heavy bullish news. This is like literally a whole direction change in in the in the markets kind of news. So you know, so with that in mind, um, we really could just go. We really could just be fully bullish today. I would not be surprised if we just straight pushed all day. We opened on the, let me see, on a 2,000 point gap on silver, and we opened up on a 520 gap on gold. Maybe hold on, let me 700 point gap on silver. My bad. So yeah, I would prefer to wait. I mean, I do expect Asian volume to come in. Let me see what the 5 minutes looking like. Yeah, you definitely want to see just more of a pullback. If I did just take this, rip the high, buy after getting a close above, it would be a little. I would have to be a little more, safe, like going break even quicker, whatever it may be. Give it all to me. Oy. I really do want to see what Asian Open has to offer. I don't know if this is a retest. 30. This is like a super previous level, but I'm not sure if it matters. Actually, okay, well, this is a level that we've shown reactions from. We did technically cross through it twice, though. That's why I'm just kind of a little concerned. It's kind of whatever pair presents itself first to me, I'll take. Yeah, I would really prefer us to like retest a little deeper. In the sunshine. what's up with Uncle? Uncle's the first viewer. That's crazy. That's how I know you actually have the notifications on. What's up, Uncle? I do on disturb because well, I had to do it on do not disturb because I'm cooking. I looked at my phone, saw that you were on. Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. No, yeah, I'm starting to live stream. The thing is, it's like I'm not really like promoting it. I'm just going live and kind of like talking out loud to the camera and like kind of just saying what I'm doing because I feel like it helps the like trading thing. But yeah, I just finished cooking too. I just made some eggs. Boom, boom, bow. You know. But love you, Uncle. Thanks for coming in. First time chatter. Couldn't ask for a better one. I was thinking about streaming on Twitch, but then I was like, I think YouTube is more like my space. I don't know. Like I like it better. I don't know if the stream has like really bad delay or not though. Like I set it up, but then I kind of just press go. I don't really know how it works too much. I don't know if you streamed before too, or if you know how it works. But yeah, I'm really trying to push out like content. Whenever you switch it to stream, but everyone will matter on there too. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know if streaming this you have streamed. Yeah, I freaking knew it. Freaking, I would think you would know a little more about streaming than me because I don't know. Because it's kind of like what you've been doing for a while, you know. But what was I saying? Yeah, I don't know if I want to stream on Twitch or like Kick. Only reason I say that is because of what I do, right? I don't think it's like a super entertaining thing. Like the person I learned from, he streams this. He gets like fucking like 200 people watching him. But that's like he started from like zero and then kind of like over time gradually like got people, and I feel like I want to do the same thing. But I don't know, like short form content I feel like is the way to go like when it comes to like promoting. But I'm working on a YouTube video, and I know how you seen that I worked on YouTube videos every week, or like I would post like a week of progress, but instead I'm gonna do like every single day, like every single trading day I'm gonna pick up the camera, edit, and you're kind of like witnessing me finally like for the first time. Like I picked up the camera, I literally just woke up, grabbed my camera, took a shit, brushed my teeth, and cooked food, but I'm like vlogging it the whole time now, and then I'm kind of like going over what are my plans, things like that. No, yeah, I want to make short form content too, but I just gotta, you know how it is, Uncle. It's hard to balance everything. You know what I mean? But yeah. And I kind of use this as like a accountability thing and like a self documentation kind of thing. So like, if you see me like talking to myself when you are in here, you'll know it. Like you'll know why. Like let me see. Uh, 30-minute resistance. Looking for a set of 5 on a pullback. You know what I'm gonna start doing? I'm gonna start telling my friends to like leave my stream in like the background or whatever, just so it's like I like the view, because you know, like you have a certain amount of viewers, like you get put into people's feed faster. You know what I mean? So like instead of having like 0 or 1 or 2, I could have like 5. I actually do this thing where I put my own channel on my other accounts. So I have like the live stream like in the background, which I'm actually gonna do right now. Um, um, this is laying back on my time. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You got like literal like years on me. That's why I'm like, Uncle probably. I know Uncle probably knows some shit. And it's like you have like your own like community. You know what I mean? Like, or like just like there's people that are like that tune in and keep updated to what you do. Like I want that. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be like on a big scale, but like I want to do that. You know what I mean? Like I want to have it, and like of course in my own way with all the trading stuff, but like a community to talk about like this genre of of things. Like I feel like that's hella dope. I actually got to check your channel. I haven't seen if you updated anything. Network with people. That's another thing too though. Is I don't like people in this space. Like I'd rather create a group of my own. Like there's a lot of people. Like I was in a group of people that I used to trade with, but it was just like I don't know. It felt like I relied on the information they gave to uphold what I can do on this chart, you know. So I don't know. I kind of broke it off and wanted to just start my own thing. But yeah, I haven't seen if you posted anything. I gotta check. You haven't posted in a while. Back to schedule trading frequently now. Yeah, I feel it. I really do. Like I don't know. Being like a grown now, my birthday's in like what 4 days. About to be 21. What is it? What I forgot what they say. They say you like die at 21 or something because your life is literally just work or school and work. It's like it kills you, bro. But no, I'm trying. Working a full-time job and then like trying to make everything happen at the same time is kind of it's difficult for sure. So I mean, I give you your props, man. Shoot. Um, schedule. I'm looking for buys above this 30-minute resistance. I would rather wait for Asian Open, which is at 5 o'clock PST. Same thing with silver. Might as well keep 2 tabs open if it lets me. I'm also working on a clothing brand too. So like crazy shit, Uncle. And this is what made me want to like focus. Fucking I found out I found out this girl is like she was talking to other people or whatever yesterday, and it was like a whole ass scene in here. It was crazy, and like I don't know, it made me like just want to do this more. So I just got straight to it, you know. It's like that generational lock in. Yeah, I'm motivated. You know, I'm excited as hell to get all this done. Hopefully this 15-minute can close like this, and then our next 15-minute candle can close above this 30-minute, which would also be the 1 hour open. It would be Asian open, 30-minute setup, and a 15-minute setup. J Cole's J Cole's Motivate song. Which song? Are you talking about like listen to J Cole? I listen to some of his music. And we had a good thing. I probably not see you again. Hey, have you talked to my cousins? Might be distracting you. Focus. I'm good. The like 95 probably even more percent of trading is waiting. Like I promise you, Uncle, it's like the hardest part of this alone is sitting here and being patient, because you have to have, I mean, it's kind of hard to explain, but you have to have things that line up before you press that buy button, before you press that sell button, you know what I mean? And where most people fuck up, and I think it's like a statistic that 95% of people, like, or no, I think it's like 85% of people lose money, like anyone that's ever day traded, and there's only like a 2% chance, or less than 2, that people can make this like their career, you know what I mean? And it's literally all solely because of like discipline and like having patience. Got a 15-minute closing here. Hopefully this can close below. I kind of don't want to take this before Asian open. Same thing with silver. Yeah. But yeah, it's a patience game, you know? Oof. 78. Okay, close below. Hopefully we just don't push up here. This would be a good setup. We need this next 15-minute close to close above this line, and it should be a setup. But if it closes too deep, we already did tap technically a target, so that makes it a little tricky. But silver, on the other hand, we have just stupid amount of range to take advantage of. Strait of Hormuz open finally. That means that gas prices technically should go down. I'm tired of these gas prices, and you know what? My car takes premium. It's bad for me right now. My tank is too much to fill up. But if the Strait of Hormuz, Trump just announced that that it's finally back open, and I hope he's not lying, because these gas prices are getting crazy. Which, I mean, that should drive the stock market. Yeah. Stock market's up too. Well, there goes that idea. Hopefully this can just hover around here. I don't want this over pushing too crazy. But good thing we have silver. Let me just put it on this one. Good thing we have silver. We could just take a buy. I just can't have it push too crazy, you know? Because then I need a stop loss. I do need a stop loss. Oh no. My journal. Now I'm trying to think if the setup does come, do I want to take it on? Yeah, no, I would have to take it on silver now. So my plan was I wanted to close like around here. I would take a break of the high and then run stop loss maybe like this, expecting to push up further, but we already kind of ate up this range to trade up to that resistance. So that's what makes it a little more difficult. Next idea would be buys above the resistance, right? What I want to see is us come up, make a support, close above, and you want to take advantage of this needing a support because we need to grab liquidity and show that sellers tried to come into a market. And you could even run, you could probably even leave runners on a position like that if you get it you get it early enough. But you would want to be in from right here. That's the thing. Like, I want to hold runners from down here, not all the way when we're already pushed up, you know? Yeah, this next, if this closes below this wick here, this is going to be a good trade for sure. Ain't no way, y'all. Look, we got our first chatter. Shout out to my uncle. Not gonna lie. Y'all go follow him if y'all into Pokemon or anything. Go show him some love. Whoever is watching. I know I don't get viewers for shit, but I mean, you get it. You know? He's always showing love and supporting me for what I do. So yeah. I'm looking for some buys. I'm looking for some buys on silver. I'm pretty much any close above here, but I just don't want it to over push before getting in. Same with gold, but gold I wanted to get in from a buy from down here, but I couldn't. So I'm waiting for a buy above here. And yeah. Hey, but if the setup comes, it comes. If it don't, it don't. Regardless, we're super bullish today with fundamentals. But that doesn't excuse the fact that I have to wait for the setup. I can't just sit here and you know, I can't sit here and take a random position. That's what makes the difference in other traders, and what makes the difference in whether people can make it their career or not, right? And I want to be the person that can make it my career. And every single person that has already made it and has already succeeded in it, what they do is they wait. Patience is key. They wait for the setup to present themselves, and I got to be able to match that, if not match it even better, because the people who I look up to, their work ethic, right? Their work ethic is insane. The person that I want to become, the mentor that I learned from, and the person I take influence from, his whole day is work, and I can't expect to be able to match that if I don't at least match, if not double the amount of work he puts in. So I think it's just a matter of time before my time comes, and patience is going to be the thing that brings me there. You know, discipline and patience, and yeah. So I'm gonna wait for this trade. I'm gonna keep you guys updated, and we're gonna see what's up. Woo. Since I don't have like a chat, I could just film my video while on stream. It doesn't matter. I do need deodorant. Yeah, just waiting for this close. It's the up one, and another one, and another one, and another one. Um, when you give it all to me. When you give it all to me. Give it all to me. Give it all to me. I'm trying to see if there's any other levels I would need to worry about. Maybe this I could use as a watch zone. P4. 1 hour 30. Okay, so yeah, it's not that far. I would be able to trade to the previous 4 hour, but I do need this to not push like crazy right now. It's getting bought up pretty quick. Ooh. Yeah, hopefully this doesn't push up too much. Give it all to me. I would run probably stop loss. Let me see. I would probably run stop loss here. Expect a 1-to-1. Yeah, I don't know. 4 minutes is a long time, and it's Asian Open. We will see. I might as well run it here. Give it all to me. What's NQ doing? Is there even range on NQ? I don't know if I want to be buying highs on NQ. Only because we're kind of coming into the area that we were at before we sold off. I don't really consider this the cleanest. I'd rather just stick to gold and silver for now. Oh, shit. There it goes. I'm not afraid of big stop loss necessarily because of just how much range we have. I expect us to fill some of it. I just don't want us to I don't want us to push up to target before getting an entry. I want us to get a trade to there, see how it reacts, and manage accordingly, right? So let's see. We got 2 minutes. At the same time, I really could just expect us to push through that previous 4-hour level. It's not like it's of so much. We've wicked through it so many times. We crossed through it. I honestly feel like it'd be better off if I just removed this. You know, this is one of those levels that I'll sit there and overthink about when it's really not that crazy, you know? How long ago it was, how many times we crossed through it. Maybe if there's a previous 1 hour's area. Yeah, this is kind of just all bouncing off of this. Ooh. Am I live? We got this last 1 minute candle here. I do expect volume to come in here. How big is this looking? 600. Yeah, like 600. $600 points. So I would run like 3 contracts here. Got 20 seconds. All right. Same thing as last time. This would also be the 1 hour open, 30 minute, 15 minute. Change of structure. We would run safe stop loss. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get it. Need a bottom wick. Just need a bottom wick. Yep, there you go. There goes the bottom wick. Rebreak of high. I'll get an entry. Seeing the buyers and sellers fight here. That wasn't the super most convincing, but came up. Sellers came back. Rebreak that high. I expect this the buyers to step back in. And hopefully volume could kind of carry us through this trade. Let's see what gold did. Yeah, gold is just at a target. I mean, I might as well just keep the level there, just in case we react at it. I'm trying to think if I could optimize stop loss more. Yeah, I think my stop loss is correct. I don't think this trade will be valid if it breaks below this low. I wanted to run like a little smaller just to increase the amount that I could put on when it comes to size, but yeah, I'd rather just play it safe. You know what I mean? Especially with like all this volatility that we do have. Let me set this up. So I'm just waiting for a break of high, re-break of its own high, and then we should be triggered into this trade. Really bullish day today, but if we're gonna just continue up, I expect this to, keep going. We did have a huge gap up, but this is kind of like some news that fundamentally should drive us higher. We waited for our pullback on our pause candles. Now we want to expect this continuation. And we have this level marked here just in case, see how we react there. Seems like we're hesitating a bit. I'm not sure if this is just low volume or if this is just fighters, buyers and sellers fighting a little bit. But we do see a little bit of hesitation. Gold, I expect to be a little more directional, but silver, I'm just expecting to go, So let's see. Honestly, if we can get a pullback, if we don't break the high, of course, pullback here, take a setup off of that, that would be better. Just a better position. I'd rather trade pullbacks than continuation in a day like this, if I'm being honest. And gold, just gotta wait for that. If this even goes as far as pulling back to retest here, if this comes down here, but it's still the same as the current candle, or if it just closes weak, we can also optimize stop loss. So we will see. Yeah, like I said, if we get like a super deep bottom wick here, like enough to retest this area, then I could run current candle stops instead of full stop loss. But it's showing that it's kind of hesitating a bit. I'm not gonna lie. This is how we do it. Alright. See if we retest this. Let's see how this 5-minute closes. I wanted to close bullish. Would be preferred. Just give us a little more, you know, a little more signs of bullishness. Even if it broke the high now, I'll be okay. Or I'll be happy to be in the trade. Looks like we might get triggered here. That was a really good bottom wick. It kind of showed that we're going to grab liquidity. And we should be able to continue higher, given that we break this high and show us that the buyers are going to step back in. I'm trying to think how else I can optimize my stop loss after that kind of bottom wick. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm gonna wait for this 5-minute close, and then I should be able to even add one more contract. I do want to wait for, I mean, I'm basing it on it for 15-minute.
Order filled. Order filled.
Okay, broke that high. We broke that high. I expect this to continue here. See how we react at this previous 4-hour. Let me see. Let's see. Looking good so far. Getting some volume. Hopefully we can just get one of those days where we just fucking like push up without giving a shit. That would be nice. Let's see if we can just continue here.
Order filled.
Still haven't tapped into that level. That previous 4-hour. 1 hour close bullish, 30-minute close bullish with a change of structure, 15 minutes bullish with a deep bottom wick, 5-minute even change of structure, giving us extra support here. I'm confident in this trade. I would take this 9 times out of 10, probably 10 times out of 10. So what we do is we stay here and let it play out. Let's see what happens. Ugh. Might take a minute to play out, so we'll see. And once we close on the 15-minute, once we close on this 15-minute candle, I want to see how this 5-minute closes specifically, and I'll be able to even manage my stop loss. I'll probably adjust accordingly. I want us to tap this level first, see how we react there, and then go from there. But I'll even be able to move my stop loss a little more up below this 5-minute structure, probably even a little bit lower just to give it some space. But so far we're looking good. But yeah, so I'm really trying to get into trading as systematic as possible, at least emotional as possible. Everything that I'm trading, I want it to stay calculated, you know what I mean? And within my system. I did not mean to open that. I did not mean to open that. But yeah. Pushing up good so far here. Let's see how this 15-minute closes here. We are in Asian session. I expect some volume to come here. We did open on a big gap, right? But the news was very bullish. We don't know when we're gonna come back to fill all of this, you know. And this gap isn't crazy, but you know, fundamentally, we do expect the price to push up higher. Let's see how this 5-minute closes. Let me actually check if there's any levels on CFD. Daily, 4 hour. Man, we're good on. Hold on. Let me see where that wick's at. Yeah, we're pretty far. I'm down to let this just play out. I'll sit here and wait. That's a okay 5-minute close. It's still respecting 1-minute structure. I'm just gonna have to let this one ride out, see what happens. There's no levels on CFD. There's literally just one level on Top Step. But besides that, it's pretty cool. It's fine. Need some volume here for sure. See if we can break this high. Broke it. See what we do from here. See how this 5-minute closes. So bullish close. Yeah, see, now we're just stuck in a 1-minute range. We just want to see this expansion. You know what I'm saying? I'm so tired, bro. Let me get a Celsius, bro. Let me wake up, bro. Let me wake up. See what Gold's doing. Let's see. Gold, I need to make a support. If gold starts expanding, that means that silver should too. It's not always the case, but from the past, that is what I've seen. So if gold wants to just break out, silver should do the same. And usually silver is just the exaggerated version of gold. So we'll see. What we doing here? Yeah, I think I can adjust stop loss. We kind of like played around this, retested. But, the thing is, we haven't fully retested this 15-minute zone. But I'm trying to think, will I be comfortable if hold on. Would I genuinely be comfortable if it came all the way down here to retest? Or would I be comfortable losing half of what I risked? You know what I mean? And give the same idea a chance to play out, right? Well, it would be a little more. So I'm trying to think, and I think I'd rather just risk less rather than risk it completely failing in the first place. You know? And this is what I call risk management or trade management, is if within a trade it gives you an option to manage your stop loss accordingly, you know, then I would do that. The only reason I had it here in the first place is in case we get triggered, want to break down for some reason and then come up. But since we already made structure, we've already came up, you know, we've already showed that the buyers are in. So after that deep liquidity grab, breaking the high, you would expect continuation. You wouldn't expect us to just sit here and chop, you know. Seeing a little bit of volume, always good. Seeing a little bit of volume, just can't, just doesn't want to push out though. Another bullish close. Look like we're anticipating something, man. We're looking for something. Still bullish structure on the 5 minute. No, I don't know what's cooking, but it feels like something's cooking, bro. Usually when you see candles like this, it's kind of like price really wants to make a decision, right? At the end of the day, it's just a 1 minute range. But in this time of volume, when you're seeing it do this, it could result good or bad, bro. I don't mind waiting to see, you know what I mean? I think gold closed. Oh yeah, see, gold you can't really do too much about. I would need a pullback and then a close above. If it just pushes, I really can't do too much about it, you know? But yeah, looking good so far. Got a pretty good entry. I did close a little deeper than I wanted, but it's fine. And our next area of interest isn't until, yeah, here. Which is where my take profit is at. I expect this to just push up there, you know? Oh, I forgot to take my vitamins. This would be the 30-minute close as well. Still bullish structure. It's all good, Uncle. Love you. You don't got to be here. It's okay. I appreciate you stopping by. Love you, Uncle. Have a good day. Still holding up bullish here. Yeah, this, as long as this bullish structure holds, we should see some kind of pop. That's what I'm expecting. We've had accumulation, a lot of accumulation. I'd be surprised if it came here and came all the way back down. This is a pretty important close. Also, the 15-minute close is pretty much a doji close on the 15-minute. Let's see. Close bearish, but closed above. Hopefully this is just a bottom wick to continue higher. It can just, I expect it to just retest here. Anything could happen, but I want this to be the retest to continue higher. See what we do. All right, we got the retest of previous 5-minute structure. Yes, the 5-minute closed bearish, but still respecting 1-minute structure. Very important. And this 15-minute closed doji, pretty much just the indecision candle. We're still lower time frame bullish, higher time frame bullish. I'm still confident in the trade. I don't see anything wrong with what we're doing. We're able to give ourselves a discount on our stop loss, because if it breaks down here and below this 1-minute structure, it's showing me that my idea is invalidated, you know? I expect this to just continue up higher. Let's see what this 1 minute does. I want to see this 1 minute close, see where we close. And just to give me an idea of what we're going to do in the short term. Still respected previous 1 minute structure. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just let this ride out, bro. I don't want to pay attention to all this too much. If it comes down here, it comes down here. If it doesn't, it doesn't, you know? Cause you're sweet like a flower in bloom. It's you in my heart. Can I call you Rose? Yeah, we haven't tapped that yet. That's the thing. And it's a previous. Tapping into that area that I marked up now. Yes, it's only like a point away, but I consider it tap. I'm not gonna act like it's not. So this is where I would have moved stop loss, trailed it, but I did it a little earlier just because of how structure looked. Now, pretty much what we're doing is waiting to see what it does here, see how it reacts, and just act accordingly, right? Just act accordingly. I think it's been across through a couple times. It's even been closed past, like we've even closed past it, so and wick past it as well. So I'm not too worried about it. But we can't sit here and act like it's just not a level, you know? You have to be mindful. There's some days where I wish I just don't mark these up, these kind of zones where it's like you don't really think it would react at all. But I can't tell you how many times I cooked I can't tell you how many times I cooked myself not marking the zone because I want to be ignorant and just act like it's nothing, right? Sometimes it becomes important, you know? You gotta mark out your levels no matter what, bro. And you gotta make it systematic, make it work, you know? So I'm not gonna move break even yet. I think I'll move break even. Honestly, this 15-minute bearish is, and if this 15-minute can close above that, that's really good. Only reason I say that is because it gives us a whole 15-minute support to protect this. And I'm pretty much gonna be risking what? 210 to make 3,000 on the combine, you know? Like, can't be mad at that. Officially tapped it now. It actually wicked up to it. I seen that. But like I said, this is a previous area. I'm not really too worried about it. I expect fundamentals and everything to carry over onto this trade and push through this, you know? We've crossed through it once. Wick through it 1, 2, 3 times. I'm not too worried about this level, you know. I expect this to react at it. Don't get me wrong, but full-fledged reject and fail all the way down back to where this push came from? No, I don't expect that, you know. And hopefully this 15-minute can close bullish. What's gold doing? Gold is, yeah, gold doesn't look too bad. The only problem is that we have consecutive 15-minute bullish candles with no support creation. Usually that means that, I mean, don't get me wrong, it could go. I mean, even with 5-minute structures, there is 5-minute structure. You could take that, but you would have to be more aggressive because you have no support protecting you, right? And the difference in that and this is my original stop loss before I moved it up after that 5-minute structure is that we have a previous 15-minute resistance which could act as a floor, right, to bounce off of. We have all this accumulation, right? All of this, and then we expect that. You know, you go to gold and it's kind of like, yes, we have accumulation, but look at these 5-minute candles, right? Look at the difference in that and this, right? It's just more structured. It's more, you could tell it's more you know, it's more buyers and sellers coming in together. Or not more, but it's like, you know, it's showing bullish structure, right? Reacting off of that 4 hour again. Let's see. Pretty sharp rejection. At the same time though, this level is holding up this area here. So as long as we can respect these supports, hopefully we don't just get a big fuck you candle to stop loss. That could happen too. I mean, anything could happen. You know, it's just me kind of speaking out loud. Yeah, we want to see this next 5-minute close pretty strong, if not above. That would be ideal. You know, because now we're just kind of like chopping in the 5-minute range, right? We're still in this 1-minute range that we were in earlier, but the difference is we had volume kick in, right? We had a little bit of volume change and adjustment, but besides that, we're still stuck in this range, right? We didn't tap this yet. We finally tapped it. And we're just reacting around that level to trying to make a decision, right? We already have a discounted stop loss, right? We got through that first phase, so I'm you know, we're very gifted to be able to be in this position right now. Now we expect higher time frame confluences, higher time frame fundamentals, and everything to follow through, right? And at the end of the day, there's technicals too. We want this 15-minute to close bullish. And give us continuation after all of this what's it called, accumulation. You know, yes, we do have a big gap, but trying to sell in a day like this is kind of stupid, you know. I'm not hating on anyone that does sell. Maybe you sell from this level here, maybe you sell from 7,100, maybe you sell from this, that, and the third, but with my confluences, we're definitely bullish today, you know. And if gold can make a support here, if gold can make this a support and the next one close above, that would be sick. I'm not gonna lie. Seeing a pretty heavy bearish candle come in here, but like I said, we want this 5 minutes to just respect all of this. As long as the 5-minute can respect this, should be good. Unless it wants to be nasty and liquidity grab all the way back, you know, that would suck, but what to do, right? That's our first 1-minute close. Still respecting previous 1-minute structure though. if you look at price action, it's all the same shit. It's all the same shit, just on a different time frame, right? But the higher the time frame, the more significant and important it is. You know, the bigger of a change it has. Because the higher time frames are showing a collective group within that higher time frame. You know what I mean? You go on a 1 minute, you're gonna see what happens on price action within this 1 minute. But let me see. Not the most confident close here. If it breaks that low, I'm pretty sure. I mean, we don't have to, but we might want to break down. I want us to react from here and just kind of stay back above. See what gold's doing. I don't need leads levels no more. Yeah. So this is actually really good. If this 15 could close bearish, next one close above here. Looks pretty golden for buys, I'm not gonna lie. But we're already in a trade. So I'm gonna just stick with where we're at. This might be this is kind of the deal breaker candle here. Let's see if we can respect 5 minute structure. Closed above this previous resistance, but that is a pretty strong bearish candle. And that's also the 15-minute bearish. Not the strongest bearish close. It didn't engulf over this one. And technically, it's still bullish structure. We just want to see this react, right? Off of this whole area. Where is it? Just this whole area. This is what I want us to protect. This is what I want to protect this right now. It's this resistance, this support, this resistance, this previous. This is where I want to see us bounce, you know? Is it going to happen? It could just dump through. That's the funny part. It could just dump through and like completely disrespect everything that I'm asking for. But this is still bullish structure to me. Of course, on the 1 minute, this is a 1 minute range, but I expect this to react somewhere within here. Some people look at this like some people call this like different things, but I just expect this to react here. Let this be the place that takes control, right? This is the place that we reacted at before coming down, and this is the place that we accumulated before pushing up, right? So I expect this to be the area where we determine which direction short term that we're going to be going. I mean, you can see we're reacting now, but you know, I could be wrong. See what gold's doing. Gold made a support. Gold made a support, which is good. We need to close above this line. You know, where it's been struggling. Break up the highest high, and then we should be able to get a trade. But we are in this one. So yeah.
I done linked up with Hood, turning pennies to millions. Walk in, neck frozen, I look like regular civilians. Need a name. I done linked up with Hood, turning pennies to millions. Walk in, neck frozen, I look like regular civilians. Need a name.
Bitch, you overly bad, but you was a hoe in the past. I know, don't act like you don't understand. I hollered at bro and he told me who cracked. She eating me up, macaroni and yams. I nut, then I hit the road like I'm Jack. Like I'm getting tortured, I'm choking on gas. Run over that paper, no smoking your ass. Yeah, that bitch is a go. No, like literally though, free Z. It's on when my nigga get home. If they send a bond, I got cinnamon roll. Fuck on my exes, I shit on them hoes. All glitter ain't gold, they pretty and broke. That nigga's a bitch, babe, give him a thong. He all on the ground with subliminal posts. Why would I copy these niggas that rap in the city when I'm way harder than yours? This ain't that. That 300 black at his back, now he look like Shamar when he walk. Smacking the vet, me and Killer in the cat, draw them bitches like Mario Kart. My bitch a brat, a Barbie a doll, and she on her shit, she don't party at all. And okay, I feel like Georgiana, wise bitches still fucking for $40. I be chillin' not cause I done wore designer. I buy that for my kid like a quarter pounder. Fuck jury, these niggas rock moist tonight. I spill red on my girl like a 49. Got exposed and that just got me more vagina. I be all in her head like moisturize. And for 40,000 I file a tax. Fuck the hook and the IRS. Niggas can't do a drive by pulling down my block shooting. We shooting your tires flat. I know you got a pass with your lying ass, but you turning me up like a bottle cap. I tried pushing peace, now I'm tired of that. Bring the black out some Glockies and choppers back. No only caught up in a limelight. I feel like young thug, bitch. I live a slime life with the drugs that I'm trying to coast and get my mind right.
Look like we're approaching our stop loss.
Forgot what I was about to say, but then forget the strap. I can
Just gotta hope this survives here and respects all this 5 minute area here. If it can't, then definitely gonna just sink through, break below this 1 minute. Let's see. This is our last line of defense here. If it doesn't react here, then we're kind of cooked. Yeah, it's a pretty strong close.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't what you do, it's how you do it.
See if we can survive here. Really close. Really close. All this has to do is just break down here and then we're cooked. But this is, like I said, this could also just be the retest zone. This is also going to be the 5-minute close. This is also going to be the 5-minute close. This is going to determine whether this is going to help us or if it's just going to fall through. This is going to determine if this is going to fall through. This is going to determine if maybe we can have a chance to bounce from here. Stronger this close, the stronger bearish close this is, the less likely we are to survive, right? Because if it closes strong bearish, that means that we're still on this micro downtrend, right? Which it looks like it's going to do. But if it could close strong, maybe it does some little 1-minute accumulation and recovers. Oof. Definitely strong. Even changing structure. This doesn't really matter as much. I was more relying on this support. So yeah. All we could do is let it ride, bro. Let the idea play out. If we weren't right, then we weren't right, you know? Let's see what gold's doing. Gold's still just, you know. Let's see. And stopped out
Order
there.
filled.
There you go. It might have just wanted to retest this previous, but I'm happy. I'm fine. It would suck if it's gonna suck because I feel like it might just retest, go through and play out, but I'm not mad at it, you know. This is where I feel like if we disrespect it here, then we're gonna try to get down even lower. You know what I mean? Let me journal this.
She my number one bleed. Left her on scene, quarter on 3, cup full of lean. Dove back around, see what I done missed, had to add her to the team. I'm a zombie off of pills, baby. In my feelings, how they did me wanna kill lately. But I've been rocking chrome hearts in the field crazy. Bitch pull a Rolls Royce and it's still amazing. Chasing money, know I sin more. Gotta put it in their face so they can't ignore. Flying hoes to the A, might have a kid in Georgia. I'm a Maybach type, I went in the I'm a street nigga, I never dialed 911. Taking chances, rolling dice, pray I hit a 7. Dead faces, I give it all up to see him once again. For a call, I need a ring from heaven. She my number one bleed.
Bullish bias.
Quarter on 3, cup full of lean.
Minus 300. I'll put minus 30 on silver.
Zombie off of pills, baby. In my feelings, how they did me wanna kill lately. But I've been rocking chrome hearts and it feel crazy. Bitch pull a Rolls Royce and it's still amazing.
Real.
Truth about it. She broke up in her feelings, spread her
5 minutes Structure. SO.
Catch my drift. She my number one bleed. Left her on scene. Quarter on three. Cup full of lean. Dove back around. See what I done missed. Had to add her to the team. I'm a zombie off of pills, baby. In my feelings, how they did me wanna kill lately. But I've been rocking chrome hearts and it feel crazy. Bitch pull a Rolls Royce and it's still amazing.
Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about. Is I rather be stopped out here than potentially have it come take out my full stop loss, right? So we had a discounted stop loss and we were able to take advantage of the structure that we did create. If it wants to bounce from here and continue just higher, then that's fine. That's weird. When I don't take the continuation, it plays out. But when I did take these continuations, it just... That's crazy. Hey, bro, life ain't fair. Shit. Fuck, dude. This gave the 1-to-1, man. But last time I had took this around this time too. What's that? A 60? It gave you the 1-to-1. Then now it's just chopping, you know? You just always gotta spot that time of volume. Don't get me wrong, we could still trade this. We can still trade this. Maybe it just needed a deeper retest, right? Look at this, right? Swept out my stop loss, came down for a deep retest, and now it might just go, you know, and you gotta accept it, you know. If this closes above, I'll take it. Like, it's not, my idea is not any different. Showing us that we did react at this previous 4 hour and rejected that hard from it, I want to close above it now. I didn't expect it to react that hard there, but it's showing us that we need to get above it to, you know, to push past it. It could push it past. It could push past it without us too. That's fine. We will see.
And just like that, we are back. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBit Solutions. And just like that, we are back. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBit Solutions. And yes, to all of our LPP traders, I will be going live tomorrow right at market open. So again, if you want to tune on in, second link in the description down below to tune on into that live session, and we will hook you up with a nice little discount. With that being said, the big news today that's causing the NASDAQ market to push up 1.68% and pushing up even higher is that Trump is saying that the deal with the Islamic Republic of Iran is now complete. Congratulations to all. I want to remind you that he stated that today, what is it, June 14th, we will have a signed deal with Iran. This deal is not signed. It is agreed upon. It's the most progress we have seen from both sides. No question about it. But it is not signed. One very big difference, right? This is supposed to be signed according to sources on June 19th. That means this Friday in Switzerland. Now again, can we go the entire week without attacking one another? And when I ask that question, I really mean, can Israel go the entire week without attacking one another? We will see, right? This is the closest we have ever been. We were really close, I think 1 or 2 weeks ago, and then Israel came on in and attacked. It was a very different story. So again, fingers crossed. Hopefully this can all be done and we don't have to worry about this back and forth of deal, no deal when it comes down to what's going on in the Middle East and just manipulating the market as we've seen Trump has done for the past 9 weeks. Now, what does this deal consist of? Again, feel free to look it up yourself. This is the part that I find to just be, again, I'm all about the peace deal. Let's just get it over with. I'm all for that, right? Obviously, like I just want U.S. to be out of there. Iran deal details. War ends on all fronts. U.S. blockade lifted. U.S. troops withdraw. Hormuz opens up. Those all sound good. Sanctions suspended. $300 billion in Iran reconstruction plan. 24 billion Iran asset freed, half up front. 60-day nuclear talks. Missiles and resistance group off agenda. So again, the big wins is, yeah, war ends at all fronts, which would be a huge win. U.S. troops withdraw. I would love that. I'm sure we all would, right? Hormuz opens up. That would really help out the oil crisis that's going on right now. So you're telling me that we spent 70 to 80 billion dollars in attacking Iran of tax-paying dollars. No one wanted it, but we did it. Now we're going to offer $300 billion in a reconstruction plan? That's not a win. How is that a win? And then the big thing is like, oh, the whole reason was we couldn't let them be because they were at the verge of, having a nuclear weapon. Now there's 60-day nuclear talks. You guys let me know down in the comment section what you think. From what I've seen, this is the part that's really bothering a lot of Americans because it's our tax-paying dollars. And this is the same thing over and over again. Trump campaigned on no wars, right? Trump campaigned on no more mismanagement of tax-paying dollars, and some of the details that we was an FOMC rate decision that I do plan to live stream for free on this YouTube channel. So just another reason to Tesla. As soon as they're allowed to.
pissed. Oh my god.
Of November. He's trading in the market close. This is the 4-hour time frame. So he's trading that breakout. You see that? It's a pretty simple trade, right? Breaks the structure. I think it's 56.85 lots, right? Quite a big amount. His stop loss is at 45, as you can see, right? Yeah. Just remember his entry also. Okay, look. Now he's suddenly with 50. Ooh. Okay, and you know what happened? He entered over here and he got stopped out. But you won't see him, okay, you won't hear him mention anything about that. Look.
It is currently the 29th of November. And yeah, we're still in these gold buys. As you can see here, the market is closed right now.
What do you mean you're still in those gold buys? What? Bro, you got stopped out, man. Like, this is a new trade for sure, man. This is not even the same lot size, man. Like, what? So this is the game show called Spot the Differences. What do you notice with the entries? Do you notice any difference?
Completely same place.
Oh yeah. So 4111 and 4115 is the same. Exactly, bro.
Price didn't go to the stop loss, as you can see.
No, it
He
did not
didn't
go.
re-enter. Yeah.
No. Yeah. What else can you see? Is the lot size? The lot size.
Oh, another chance. Lucky today.
Love your hand apart.
Means
seen that away that I quit him, man, I was shocked that all of his brethren left him. That.
Just admit it, you was wrong, I was right. Do it big, cause everybody gotta die. Counted up 100 on IG, going live.
Should have seen that away that I quit him, man, I was shocked that all of his brethren left him. That.
Gotta pick your pace up, gotta get up out the hood, tell them get your states up. How the fuck I'm rapping if I still get greasy? If I go broke, is this bitch gon' leave me? Got it out the mud, I just make it look easy. Motivate the thugs, got me feeling like Jeezy. Better late than never. Left me in the rain, ain't share the umbrella. I was down bad, now nigga doing better. Broke ass nigga, you ain't really on my level. I just
Oh, you are so fucking big. Let's stick a fucking horseshoe up
Oh shit.
Come over. Oh, la la. Come to me. Spanky, spanky.
just admit it, you was wrong, I was right. Do it big, cause everybody gotta die.
Lola, Lola.
I was that young nigga who ain't have, now I'm shining. Space Cooper almost back to low, too much diamonds. Real hard body from the slums, can't deny him. They know we the ones who really got this shit on fire. So brother, I still love you when we bumpin' heads. I've been hustling 20 years, you tryna duck the feds. I'm tryna show him something different, show him how to live. I know it's tragic situations that'll make a man.
Alright, so what we're looking for is this next candle to close above here. If we can get that, it would be perfect. Hopefully this doesn't fly without us, but it might, so we'll see. Same thing with silver. Just need to close above this line. Make sure it's accurate as possible.
So I posted.
A powerful Mexican drug cartel has allegedly taken responsibility for the kidnapping of 4 U.S. citizens and killing 2 of them. Now they apologize. Meanwhile,
Who do you think will lift the World Cup trophy? Start trading event contracts on Robinhood.
a powerful Mexican drug cartel has allegedly taken responsibility for the kidnapping of 4 U.S. citizens and killing 2 of them. Now they apologize. Meanwhile, the bodies of the 2 killed are now back on U.S. soil. Derek Dennis has details.
A dramatic image out of Matamoros, Mexico. 5 men found tied up near a pickup truck in the same area where the abduction of 4 Americans took place. A handwritten note on the truck's windshield claiming to be from the Gulf Cartel, saying, "We have decided to deliver those involved and directly responsible."
It's not a big surprise. They are under a lot of pressure to put this behind them and try to distance themselves as best they can.
The abduction on March 3rd was caught on camera 4 days later after an urgent search. Latavia McGee and Eric James Williams were found alive inside this wooden shack outside of town. The bodies of their friends, Shaid Woodard and Zindell Brown, found at the same location. Their remains were returned to the U.S. overnight.
It was my baby, you know, and for him to be taken from me like that, it was very, very hurtful.
Multiple Mexican law enforcement sources tell ABC News the cartel note is believed to be legitimate, but neither ABC News nor U.S. officials have been able to verify the authenticity of the letter. Senator Lindsey Graham says he plans to introduce new legislation to fight these cartels.
Drug cartels in Mexico have been terrorizing Americans for decades. We're going to destroy their business model and their lifestyle because our national security and the security of the United States as a whole depends on us taking decisive action.
Mexican authorities are still investigating these 5 men to determine if they were in fact involved in these kidnappings. Derek,
Eric, they stole two. Hey guys.
He's talked about a recently a seizure story. I know you've probably talked about it on the stream recently. For the people that haven't seen, can you give some background on what? Okay. Rap music from.
I'm sometimes asked by students.
The building tonight. Homeboy was running threes down on these fools. Bam, bam, bam. One after another.
Decided to enter on a whim, basically, and I ended up winning. This is Marquise Henderson, a 16-year-old boy who has just performed the greatest upset in trading card game history because he just.
I would like to request for a raise. I like it.
Well, guys, thank you for clicking in.
Saint-Pierre Brioche is sacred. So for France's sake, treat it with respect.
Oh, standing up where? U.S. You can swipe the visa. God, my unit doesn't run the way it used to. Yeah, it's been a lot of bloat there eating over here.
Go look at your picture. It's not this.
I have no.
I want to see a 15-minute close above here. I would be entering break of this high. Hopefully we don't push up too much. If we do, I can't really do nothing about it. But then I would optimize stop loss to be like here. Hopefully can get up to that daily resistance, right? Or I could just settle for a 1-to-1. Daily resistance isn't too far off, so I want to settle something like around there. It would pretty much just make up for what I just lost, which I'm not mad at it. You know, I'm grateful I was given the opportunity to even get in there into this trade. And the fact that I was able to manage, right, it would have took out my full stop loss. If I had ran stop loss, maybe full whole thing, yeah, I guess. But when you're coming down here, you're already uneasy, and I expected this to hold up. I mean, look at that liquidity grab, bro. It's crazy. So yeah, you just never know, man. But I think I managed accordingly. We have choices in this trading game. Just waiting now. You just gotta hope it doesn't, you know. Let's see, is it previous 1 hour or 2? Yeah. So this will also be a 30-minute setup, but I could use a 15-minute stop loss. But it might just push. I'm not gonna lie. But when it pushes like this with no 1 minute structure, it's kind of hard to know. Right? We had one. What this is just a straight push. No 1 minute pullbacks, nothing. Right? You wanted some accumulation within the 1 minute. Right? This is impulsive. It could just go. If I'm being honest, it could just go. You know how many times you see gold just push through levels, not care, right? But you know, if I can capitalize on the time that it does end up closing in the right spot before it gives that push, then I'll take that, you know. Let's see how this 5 minute closes. Below. Yep. Okay. See what silver's doing. Yeah, silver's
Behind me? You know,
not gonna lie, I'm on a pretty bad losing streak right now. But this was a valid setup nonetheless. Did take this L. Now I'm waiting for a close above this line. See if we can get some continuation after liquidity grabbing, accumulating, all that. We just need this 15-minute candle to close above. I'm not really mad at it. You know, I got two more trades in. I got 2 more trades in the chamber today. Will I be able to make profit today? I'm not sure, because if I do win this trade, it'll only make up for the trade that I just lost. So that would leave it up to the last trade if I do get one today, and it'll probably leave that up to NY. So I don't know. Unless we get something before. Maybe I don't have to trade NY. But let's see. We just need this close to close above. We need this 15 minute to close above. And we can get a little bit of an entry, y'all. So let's see. Thankfully I was able to manage. I didn't take a full loss on the last trade. Let's calculate risk real quick. Pretty much 200. 190. Pretty much 4 micros here that I would be using if this closed above. If forget me nots. Bye. All right, let's see if we can get the close above. We got 50 seconds. Looks like it wants to. It looks like it wants to, but you don't know. It could. We accumulated on the 1 minute, got a pullback. We have bullish structure. It's looking pretty good so far. We just need this to close above. If it doesn't, shit. Too bad. But, you know, I'll be here for when it does. Let's see if it wants to close above. Let's see if it closes above on here. I think that closed at. Yeah, it closed at. So, oof. That does make it a little difficult, but it is nonetheless a 30-minute change of structure. Only way I can enter this is I get a 5-minute close above here. If not, I'm gonna have to wait. If not, then I'll have to wait. You know, I'm not tripping. Okay, so minimum I would need is a 5-minute close above this line. Preferably bearish, boom, close above. Would be able to optimize stop loss to even like below here. But if we just go, then we just go, bro. Can't really do too much about it. Rules are rules. See what silver did. And you know, you never know. Silver still has opportunity. There it goes. Yeah, man. So I mean, you can't really do too much about it, right? Rules are rules. If it pushes up here, I tried, bro. I have to wait for closures. I have to wait for confirmations. It sucks when, yeah, it does suck, bro, because I got the direction right today, you know? It's not like this, it's not like the day's over, but it is a little bit of a bummer when it just needed to close like 2 more points higher and you would have caught this, right? But at the same time, is there a way I could have got in? 30-minute, based on a 30-minute setup, I could have. But it's just hard to tell, bro. It really is. There it goes. Yeah. I couldn't really do nothing about that. It's okay. I'll take that. The fact of the matter is my idea was right. You know what I mean? And I do need to look over last week and see when moves came because I'm on a pretty bad lose streak, bro. I'm not gonna lie. This one ended up playing out. This one just didn't follow rules. This one, same thing. This one, I didn't manage correctly. This one, completely fine, right? Like, I'll take that, you know? Let's see if this, but if I did take this, I want to see if it would have played out, you know? Or is this just gonna wake up, come all the way back down, and, you know? I'm really waiting for this close, too. And, yeah. If this can close above, it'll be pretty good. What would be that? Like 600. Conversations on the phone ain't get you out of my mind. I'm just trying to think, bro. 4 hour, 1 hour close, long rejection wick. 30-minute close bearish. It's like a 30-minute setup, yes. 15-minute close above here. But it's at the top of this range. Yeah, it's hard, bro. Just, man, just need to close a couple points. Okay. I'll wait for silver. I don't know if NQ has anything going for it too. Yeah, I don't want to get involved with that. What's today? Sunday? Oh, the gym's gonna be closed. All right, well, I'll go in the morning. Ugh. The color of love. There must have been an angel by my side. Someone help me be down from above. Hopefully we can get like a pullback, right? This is technically like a target, right? This previous range. If we can pull back, make a 5-minute change of structure to buy back up, we could still take this move, or we could still be a part of this. But if we, that's the thing. But if we tap this first, I mean, I can still justify buying it even after tapping it, because we want to be, our final target is the daily target for the day, and this isn't even a strong one, you know what I mean? But that is that that 4-hour range, you know. It sucks that you miss a couple, it just didn't close a couple points higher, and you missed the whole expansion candle, you know. I was anticipating this. Yeah, man, that sucks. It's okay. I mean, how much would it be to get to 1-to-1? It would be 197. You're not at 1-to-1 yet. Your 1-to-1's all the way up here. But if it plays out, it plays out, bro. I'm not mad. I really want to see how silver closes. If silver can close strong, bullish, that'll be dope. Tapping into that area now. Yeah, so now I'm just looking for pullbacks. At this point, if I was in that trade, I would be break even right now. And just hope it kind of flies up. Kiss of life. Yeah, hopefully we can pull back here. That's what I'm looking for. It is annoying, but shit. What can you do? $230. This may come as some surprise. We need to close above here. Let me see. Let me make sure I drew it accurate. I'm not sure if this will close above. It has to get some volume in the last like 30 seconds. Gold's kind of gone unless we could pull back. It tapped into that previous range now. Let's see how it reacts here. See if we can pull back, make some structure, buy back up. Silver, yeah. Silver, we're gonna have to wait another candle. Next candle would also be the 1 hour and the 30, which would be pretty sick if we can get that. So if we can like do something like a long wick down, close above here, would be fire. Gold might just go. I mean, 1 minute structure's holding. If I'm in this trade, I have my stops at break even. You already got the retest. Just a waiting game now. Oy. $18.30. So something you also want to keep in mind is this came an hour and a half. This move came an hour and a half after Asian Open, right? Something to keep in mind, right? Last week, most of the moves came within the first hour, hour and a half. Which, I mean, I already know that the time window is usually like the first 2 hours after Asian Open. But I mean, Asian session is such a long session, right? It's, you know, it can do whatever it does. You'll never know. What I want to see is a pullback here. Oops. I want to see a pullback, some kind of change of structure on the 5 minute, so I could take a long position to finish out the rest of the move that it's trying to do, right? Give me a good stop loss. I could even potentially get something like that. That would be a banger trade, but it would have to perfectly line up like that. So I'm not sure.
It's me again. On your timeline, another prospect. Download that.
Got a car accident? Don't call a lawyer. Use this free AI tool instead. So I walked away with 93,000.
Who needs enemies when your own friends will kill you? The worst video I've seen cover this shit. Two guys stay behind him while they were walking. Then all of a sudden, one guy runs ahead, and one of the guys in the back unload on the one in the middle, with the guy in the back running up and standing over him. These are the people he came outside with. But out of the three guys that set him up, only two fired. So if this third guy that didn't shoot ever gets caught, he's giving up every name. But this is what you deal with in the city. Any city. You don't have no friends. Guys make longer lasting friendships than women because women try to compete with each other, but even as a guy, you'll end up dead, in jail, or betrayed in some way thinking that you got a friend. Once you become an adult, you got 1 or 2 friends that actually have your best interest in mind. If you're 25 and you still going out with 5 of your friends, just know that at least 3 of them will line you up if it was ever beneficial to them. But let's get into the subject. I will say that every generation, the guys in the street get younger and younger, but that's not true. 15 years ago in Chicago, it was still the freshmen and sophomores in high school out here stealing cars, shooting, and having the most fear attached to their name. Now, over the past year, I've seen a lot of people cover this certain group of kids out of Chicago, and to be honest, I didn't follow them too much because at my age, it's just heartbreaking to see 14 and 15-year-olds playing the streets and just being too young to really understand the consequences. Now, it doesn't matter what gang they in or what block they're from because they're killing each other. There's no need to gang bang or have ops when you're already hanging with the people that's gonna kill you. And one of the craziest things to me is when adults interview these children, and for whatever reason and whatever crumbs they paid them, the kids end up admitting their own crimes. This guy, a rapper called Fully Chopped, was recently arrested for being involved in the murder of one of his own associates, Queso. But when he went on No Jumper, without Adam even saying anything, he admitted that Queso was sharing his location with him and that he had also forgot that he was sharing his location.
Queso, but he didn't know he was sharing his role with me.
And it's widely believed that Fully Chopped's role in the murder was given a location. You even see his homie eyeball him as he's saying too much, as if to tell him that he's saying too much. But it was too late anyway. This is another thing the kids can learn from. If your homie ain't willing to tell you to shut up, just know he gonna forget about you when you go to jail. But forget friends. You got one of the alleged killers of Queso with Queso's